I was the strongest in the immortal realm 10,000 years ago. The founding patriarch of the Lingxiao sect, my title was Xuantian Patriarch. 3,000 years ago, ancient demonic qi ran rampant. All living beings were plunged into misery. With all my lifelong cultivation base, I fought to the death. To seal the demonic qi, I exhausted all my spiritual power. In the end, I lost all my cultivation base. I became like a mortal. After that, I lived in seclusion in the mortal realm, no longer concerning myself with immortal realm affairs. I also adopted an abandoned baby as my daughter, treating her as my own. Everything was fine, until that day.
Master, something terrible has happened. Nian Yao was stripped of her immortal bone and thrown at the foot of the Lingxiao sect. She's unconscious.
Outrageous. Even if my disciple made a mistake, it's not for outsiders to punish her.
It was that Lingxiao sect, the sect leader's son, Zhao Yuanlong. He accused her of secretly hiding demonic qi. He had Nian Yao seized and publicly stripped her of her immortal bone.
Nian Yao was born immortal. After I took her in, I used the immortal realm's top-tier cultivation technique to build her foundation. That's how she got this immortal bone. Besides, she was obsessed with cultivation since childhood and was exceptionally gifted. She had long since surpassed most people born with an immortal bone. Now that her immortal bone was stripped away, it undoubtedly reduced her back to her original state. All her efforts went down the drain. I settled Nian Yao at the foot of the mountain. I'm determined to climb the mountain and demand justice. Without spiritual power protecting my body, every step feels like stepping on knife points. The Lingxiao sect I built with my own hands, now even the lowly gate guards yell at me and boss me around.
Where did this mortal come from? This is sacred immortal sect ground. Get lost!
Tell your sect leader to get out here and see me.
Ha ha ha, you? A mortal without a shred of spiritual power, and you think you're worthy to see our sect leader? Why don't you take a look at yourself in a puddle of piss?
If you don't get lost now, we'll break your legs and throw you down the mountain to feed the demon beasts.
A tiger in the plains gets bullied by dogs. But this fierce tiger has never died. Zhao Wuji finally showed up. It wasn't because of me, but because at the mountain gate there were too many onlookers. The commotion disturbed him.
What are you to that cripple?
Her adoptive father and her master. Zhao Wuji casually tossed down a few spirit stones.
Trying to get rid of me. A mortal is always a mortal. You don't even understand the divide between immortals and mortals. Since you're just an ignorant mortal, I won't hold it against you. Take these spirit stones and get lost. Don't dirty the grounds of the Lingxiao sect.
Just this much? You want to trade this for my disciple's immortal bone?
You can still stand. You've got some backbone. But listen well. Your disciple was secretly hiding demonic qi. That's a crime deserving death. My son was carrying out heaven's will. Stripping her immortal bone was already showing mercy. If you keep pestering me, I'll cripple you too. A thing raised by a mortal thinks it's worthy of cultivating immortality.
My whole body is in agony. Blood seeps from the corner of my mouth and my knees. It stains the stone slab beneath me red. 3,000 years ago, I exhausted my spiritual power to seal the demonic qi and became like a mortal. 3,000 years later, I stand before the very sect I once fought with my life to protect. I am beaten to the ground like a dog. Zhao Wuji saw that I had stopped talking and thought he had scared me. He looked at me with disdain.
A mere ordinary mortal daring to show off in front of me? I've already cleaned up this mess for you. You got first place in the selection. Behave yourself from now on.
Got it, Dad. It's no big deal.
Their words, word for word, reached my ears. I let out a cold laugh. Boundless fury surged in my heart. The mighty Lingxiao sect, the #1 sect, actually cheated in the disciple selection and killed the innocent. How ridiculous. Zhao Wuji, you are not worthy to be the sect leader.
How dare you? You dare insult me, I'll kill you.
If you kill me today, then in the future, for what you've done today, you will definitely pay the price.
You think I'd regret killing you? What the hell are you?
I remained silent. I touched the warm jade token inside my clothes. It was 3,000 years ago that the former sect leader of Lingxiao sect, Zhuanji, personally placed it in my hands.
Master, for your great kindness, Lingxiao sect will never forget for all eternity. This jade token was passed down by the founding patriarch of our Lingxiao sect. Whoever holds this token may command all of Lingxiao sect. If Master is in danger, crush this token. I will come out of seclusion and go through fire and water.
Xuanji Zhenren is a figure feared and respected by all in the three realms. When major figures from all sides see him, they all show him some respect.
That's impossible. How could the Grandmaster's jade token? How could it be in your hands?
I gripped the jade token tightly, squeezed hard. Crack! The jade token shattered. The crisp sound of shattering echoed before the sect gate. A figure tore through the void and descended from the sky. Zhao Yuanlong instinctively shrank behind his father.
Dad, this guy's not actually gonna do it, is he?
Zhao Wuji was already stunned by the scene before him, not daring to make a sound. The old man in white slowly landed before me. Under everyone's shocked gazes, he slowly bowed and kowtowed.
Greetings, Master.
Didn't you just say you'd kill me? Zhao Wuji collapsed on the bluestone slab. His fingers desperately clawed at the cracks in the stone. His nails broke. Blood seeped into the cracks, yet he felt no pain at all.
Grandmaster Xuanji, you, how could you call him master? He's just an ordinary mortal.
He knelt on the ground. His knees knocked against the broken stones. At that moment, his mind was a complete mess. Only one thought spun frantically in his head. Impossible. This is absolutely impossible. For generations, the sect leaders of Lingxiao sect have passed this down by word of mouth. Grandmaster Xuanji's master was the supreme powerhouse of the immortal realm 10,000 years ago, Ancestor Xuantian, who quelled the great chaos in the demon realm. A figure like that had long since vanished without a trace 10,000 years ago. Legend says he fell long ago.
Impossible. This is absolutely impossible. Ancestor Xuantian fell long ago. He can't be.
I didn't say a word. I just sneered at Zhao Wuji. That look was like staring at a dead man. Xuanji's oppressive pressure spread out. The air in the entire square seemed to freeze. Even the wind stopped. Only I stood there, as if I couldn't feel any pressure, my back perfectly straight. I'm afraid this will disappoint you. My position as master is the real deal. 10,000 years ago, I single-handedly founded the Lingxiao sect. Xuanji was his first disciple.
Ignorant brat! The master is the founding master of Lingxiao sect, the supreme being who pacified the demon realm 3,000 years ago. How dare you speak of him so recklessly?
Zhao Wuji finally realized the man before him really was the very founding patriarch they had worshipped for thousands of years. Zhao Wuji suddenly remembered the portrait of the founding patriarch in the ancestral hall, and Sushuan An before him looked exactly alike. The scenes of humiliating Sushuan An flashed through his mind over and over. Each scene felt like a slap in the face. Sushuan An watched him calmly. 3,000 years of composure had long rid him of any interest in getting angry at someone like him.
Grandmaster, you were in seclusion for 3,000 years. You must have been bewitched by him. He's a fake. How could the real ancestor be sent flying by a single palm strike from me? He must be an impostor using dark arts. Grandmaster, spare me. I was blind and failed to recognize you. I didn't know who he was.
If you had only told me earlier what he was... Su Xuanan's voice was very soft, but it pierced Zhao Yuanlang's ears like an ice spike. He froze instantly. A 17-year-old genius girl, just because of Zhao Yuanlang's jealousy, was brutally stripped of her immortal bone and left at the foot of the mountain to die. If I had said earlier who I was, you wouldn't have stripped my daughter's immortal bone? Or before stripping someone's immortal bone, do you first ask who their master is? If today it were an ordinary cultivator standing here, where would he go to seek justice?
Zhao Wuji stealing another's immortal bone? How dare you commit such a heinous act, you stupid bastard! How could my Lingxiao sect have a descendant like you?
Xuanji was shaking with rage. He never dreamed that the Lingxiao sect he had built with his own hands would produce such a disgrace.
Master, I failed to discipline them. Please punish me.
I kept my expression calm. I knew Xuanji had been in seclusion for 3,000 years. The sect's affairs had nothing to do with him.
Grandmaster, even if he is your master, he is now just a powerless, ordinary mortal. Why must you act this way?
How dare you! Everyone in the Lingxiao sect, listen carefully. This is Ancestor Xuantian from 10,000 years ago. He is my master. He is the founding master of the Lingxiao sect. 3,000 years ago, my master exhausted all his spiritual power to seal the demonic qi and save all living beings. Because of that, all his spiritual power was gone. He lived in seclusion in the mortal realm.
Xuanji Zhenren's voice echoed through the mountains. Every word rang out clearly into the ears of everyone present.
And you, disciples, elders, and sect leader of the Lingxiao sect, this is how you treat your benefactor.
Now the legendary Grandmaster stands before them, covered in wounds, covered in blood. I know it's hard for them to imagine, and I don't want to keep proving anything. I just want the two people in front of me to pay the price. My mirror-like gaze swept toward Zhao Yuanlang not far away. If Zhao Wuji used his power to oppress others, then he is the one who truly treats lives like dirt.
Spare me, Ancestor. I shouldn't have stripped Su Nianyao of her immortal bone. If I'd known you were her adoptive father, I would never have dared to mess with her.
Just because you didn't know who I was, you envied my daughter and harmed her. She was only 17. She trained every day until she coughed up blood. Just because she was in your way, you stripped her immortal bone and left her at the foot of the mountain to die.
Zhao Wuji allowed his son to commit such evil. He insulted my master, strip him of the sect leader position, destroy 30% of his cultivation base, face the wall for 500 years. Zhao Yuanlang stripped someone's immortal bone. His crime is unforgivable. Destroy all his cultivation base. Expel him from Lingxiao sect.
Ah, father, save me.
Wait. Everyone looked at me. The matter of taking my daughter's immortal bone was not something Zhao Yuanlang could have done alone. There had to be others involved in this. The whole place instantly fell into dead silence. Everyone lowered their heads, not daring to speak. They all knew that stripping an immortal bone required the enforcement elder's approval. Without his tacit approval, Zhao Yuanlang couldn't have done it. Enforcement elder, tell me, did you know about this? If you lie, I'll make sure you know the consequences.
I knew, but because Zhao Yuanlang is the sect leader's son, I didn't dare disobey.
You didn't dare? You're the enforcement elder. Your duty is to uphold the rules.
Elder Su, spare me! Elder Su, spare me!
The whole place was dead silent. No one dared make a sound. The sky over Lingxiao sect was about to change. All the debts. It's time to settle them one by one. Strip him of his position as enforcement elder. Cut 20% of his cultivation base. Expel him from Lingxiao sect. A golden light descended. The enforcement elder let out a muffled groan. He was dragged away by disciples. I fixed my sharp gaze on the other elders, awe-inspiring without anger. Who else? 3 more people crawled out from the crowd. They knelt on the ground. Their foreheads thudded loudly against the ground.
I knew but did not report it. I am guilty.
I accepted Zhao Yunlang's spirit stones and helped him cover it up.
So did I.
I accepted spirit stones too. I laughed. My daughter possesses an immortal bone. Was she only worth a few spirit stones? The 3 of them trembled all over, lying flat on the ground, not daring to meet my eyes. Cut 10% of their cultivation base. Expel them from the sect. The spirit stones they accepted. Make them return them tenfold. Xuanji Zhenren strictly followed my orders. Beams of golden light fell one after another. Screams rang out one after another. The area before the sect gate fell silent. Xuanji Zhenren looked at me.
Master, is there anyone else to punish?
Of course there is. I looked toward the crowd at an inconspicuous corner. There was a familiar aura. It had been lingering around me for a long time. This aura was very faint, so faint that even Xuanji Zhenren didn't notice it, the one in gray robes. Step forward. Everyone's gaze turned toward him. A gray-robed old man slowly walked out. His face was calm, but his eyes were terrifyingly cold. Xuanji Zhenren frowned. Clearly, he had sensed something unusual, too.
Which sect are you from?
The gray-robed old man gave a slight smile and bowed to us repeatedly.
I'm just a servant disciple. The elders wouldn't know a lowly person like me.
A servant disciple? The demonic chi on you. I can smell it from 3 li away. The gray-robed old man's smile froze. His eyes glinted with golden light. The whole crowd broke into an uproar.
Demonic chi? How is that possible?
Wasn't the demon clan 3,000 years ago already sealed? How can demonic chi still appear in this world?
Xuanji Zhenren stepped forward and stood in front of me. His expression was grave, a demonic cultivator. The gray-robed old man steps back. The wrinkles on his face ripple like water. When he looks up again, a young face is revealed.
As expected of Ancestor Xuantian, even with your spiritual power gone, your nose is still this sharp.
Seeing this, Xuanji Zhenren throws a palm strike. The demonic cultivator dodges aside. His sleeve is grazed by the palm wind.
Don't be hasty, Xuanji Zhenren. I'm only here to deliver a message today, not to fight.
Who sent you?
My master said, the seal from 3,000 years ago won't hold much longer. By then, the demonic chi that your master sealed with his life back then will soon see the light of day again. By then, I wonder if the ancestor still has a second life to seal it again.
Xuanji Zhenren is furious. He strikes out with a palm. The demonic cultivator's body disperses in the smoke. His voice echoes in the air.
Just you wait, Lingxiao sect.
Xuanji Zhenren turns around and kneels.
Master, your disciple has failed in his duty and allowed a demonic cultivator to infiltrate the Lingxiao sect.
My gaze lingers for a long while on that mass of black mist. My expression is complicated. I just didn't expect that restriction from 3,000 years ago would loosen so quickly. Could someone have tampered with it? Get up, I don't blame you. I look at the elders kneeling on the ground. Among you who has had dealings with the demon clan. Speak now, and I will be lenient. No one says a word. Everyone knows that having ties to the demon clan is a serious crime in the immortal realm. At the least, your cultivation base will be destroyed, and you will be banished from the realm. At worst, your soul will be scattered. Since you refuse to speak, when I find out later, don't blame me for being merciless. Xuanji Zhenren raises his hand. A golden light envelops the entire sect gate.
Everyone in Lingxiao sect stays where they are. Anyone who dares to move will be killed without mercy.
I stand before the sect gate looking at those terrified faces. It's been 3,000 years. I thought Ling Xiao sect would keep getting better. I never thought even a demonic cultivator could sneak in and become a servant disciple. Xuanji Zhenren lowers his head, his face full of guilt.
Master, I have failed to discipline them properly.
It's not entirely your fault. You were in seclusion for 3,000 years. You didn't know what was happening outside. I looked at those elders, but among them someone must have known. The moment I said that, an elder suddenly rushed out and knelt down.
Sect Master, Sect Master. Ancestor, spare my life. I want to confess.
Xuanji Zhenren and I haven't done anything yet. I didn't expect someone to confess so soon. Looks like that bluff just now really did scare someone.
Zhou Wuji has ties with the demon clan.
Slumped to one side, Zhao Wuji suddenly looked up, his face deathly pale.
You're lying.
I'm not lying. I saw it with my own eyes. 3 years ago, a demonic cultivator came to Ling Xiao sect to see Zhao Wuji. They met in a secret cave at the foot of the mountain and talked for 2 hours.
He was my informant. I was gathering information on the demon clan.
Is that so? I looked at Zhao Wuji, while his eyes darted around frantically. Then tell me, what's that informant's name?
He's called...
Seeing him like this, I sneered. He couldn't say it. Zhao Wuji slumped to the ground, sweat beading on his forehead.
I'm the leader of an entire sect. How could I possibly remember an informant's name?
Your son stripped my daughter of her immortal bone. The charge he used was harboring demonic qi. I thought it was strange at the time. Since when has Ling Xiao sect suddenly cared so much about demonic qi? I walked up to him and looked down at him. Now I know. It wasn't about demonic qi. It was to cover up your own dirty dealings. Zhao Wuji trembled all over, unable to say a single word. Xuanji Zhenren grabbed him by the collar and lifted him up.
He said, "What deal did you make with the demon clan?"
Zhao Wuji was terrified, his legs kicking wildly in midair, completely panicked.
I didn't...
If you don't confess honestly, I'll cripple your entire cultivation base and throw you into the demon realm.
Zhao Wuji heard this. His eyes widened. He visibly panicked.
No, I'll talk.
Xuanji Zhenren snorted coldly. With a casual flick of his hand, Zhao Wuji was thrown to the ground like a dead dog.
3 years ago, people from the demon realm found me. They said the seal had loosened. They told me not to repair it, and promised me a large amount of spirit stones and pills. Once the demon realm descended, they would make me Lord of the 3 realms.
You, Lord of the 3 realms? You're not worthy.
Zhao Wuji lay on the ground, not daring to make a sound. I frowned. I felt this matter wasn't so simple. Zhao Wuji is just the sect leader of Ling Xiao sect. Even with all his power in the immortal realm, he couldn't stir up any waves. How could the demon clan place their hopes entirely on him? Besides you, who else knew about the loosened seal? Zhao Wuji's eyes darted around a couple of times. Finally, he lowered his head and told the truth.
Luo Tian of the Immortal Alliance also took part in this conspiracy.
The crowd burst into an uproar again. Luo Tian of the Immortal Alliance? He's the head of the Immortal Realm's law enforcement body, one of the most powerful figures in the 3 realms. I can't believe he also knew about the loosened seal. That genuinely surprised me a bit. Xuanji Zhenren's face turned livid.
I was only in seclusion for 3,000 years, and the Immortal Alliance has already rotted.
Not just the Immortal Alliance. Many sects have people from the demon clan.
I fell silent for a long time. 3,000 years ago, I risked my life to seal the demonic qi. I used up all my spiritual power and became a cripple. I thought my sacrifice could give the 3 realms 3,000 years of peace. I never thought that 3,000 years later, the people I fought to the death to protect are now making deals with the demon clan. How ridiculous. I turned to look at Xuanji Zhenren. My gaze was so grim it could drip. How much longer can the seal hold? Xuanji Zhenren looked at me. His face was dark and grim. He answered uneasily.
At most 3 years.
I didn't expect it to be even shorter, but that's enough. 3 years is enough. Xuanji Zhenren looked at me in surprise.
Master, what do you plan to do?
First, clean up the sect. Root out the demon clan spies in Ling Xiao sect. Then go to the Immortal Alliance and find Luo Tian. If he has dealings with the demon clan, I'll cripple him too.
But Master, your spiritual power.
I know I'm useless now, but I still have you. You can help me, Xuanji. Zhenren's eyes reddened and he solemnly bowed to me with a resolute gaze.
I, Xuanji, am willing to give my life for the Ling Xiao sect. I would die 10,000 times without hesitation.
Xuanji Zhenren personally led people to search the Ling Xiao sect 2 hours later in a hidden compartment in Zhao Wuji's secret chamber. They found letters of correspondence with the demon clan. Zhao Wuji completely collapsed.
Zhao Wuji colluded with the demon clan and betrayed the 3 realms. His entire cultivation base was destroyed. He was thrown into the heavenly prison, never to be released for all eternity.
Golden light descended Zhao Wuji's cultivation and spiritual power, and 500 years of effort vanished in an instant. He turned into a heap of broken flesh, slumped on the ground without even the strength to cry. As Zhao Wuji was dragged away, he was still muttering to himself.
I am the sect leader. I am the sect leader of the Ling Xiao sect.
but no one paid him any attention. I turned to Zhao Yunlong. He was already too scared to speak. He couldn't believe what had just happened before his eyes. He had relied on Zhao Wuji all his life. Now that his backer was gone, he was nothing. Do you know your father colluded with the demon clan?
I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know.
You don't know, but when you stripped my daughter's immortal bone, you actually used the charge of hiding a demonic artifact. Your dad taught you that, didn't he? Zhao Yunlong's conduct is improper. Starting today, his immortal bone will be destroyed. He is expelled from the Lingxiao sect. A golden light fell. Zhao Yuanlang was dragged away. His screams gradually faded into the distance. After all this was done, the sect gate finally fell quiet. I stood on the stone steps, covered in wounds. The blood on my knees had already dried. The wound at the corner of my mouth still ached. Xuanji Zhenren stood behind me.
Master, Miss Nianyao is still at the foot of the mountain.
I knew I should go get her first. Just as I was about to leave, thunder roared from the horizon, echoing through the 9 heavens and 10 earths. The gravel beneath my feet trembled. 3 figures came riding on clouds. Leading them is Luo Tian, Chief Administrator of the Immortal Alliance. 2 elders follow behind him. Both are prominent figures in the Immortal Realm. Luo Tian lands in front of the sect gate. He glances at the battered Lingxiao sect, then he looks at Xuanji Zhenren.
Xuanji, old friend, 3,000 years of seclusion. Why stir up such a big commotion as soon as you come out?
Just purging the unworthy from the sect.
Cleaning house. Zhao Wuji was officially appointed by the Immortal Alliance as the Lingxiao sect leader. If you want to move against him, you must inform the Immortal Alliance first.
There's conclusive evidence that Zhao Wuji colluded with the Demon Clan. He just now confessed in front of everyone. Luotian, you don't have to keep pretending.
Colluding with the Demon Clan. Impossible. Xuanji, old friend, you were in seclusion for 3,000 years. I'm afraid you've been deceived. Who is this mortal? You believe whatever... A mortal with no spiritual power has no right to talk big here.
Luotian, do you know who he is?
He doesn't even have spiritual power. Why would I need to know who he is?
He is my master. Ancestor Xuantian from 10,000 years ago. The founding master of Lingxiao sect.
Luotian's smile froze clearly in disbelief. The 2 behind him, the elders' expressions changed as well.
What did you say?
I said he is my master 3,000 years ago. He sealed the demonic qi. He is the one who exhausted his spiritual power.
Luotian opened his mouth but couldn't say a word. Of course he knew of Ancestor Xuantian, the strongest being in the immortal realm 10,000 years ago. After sealing the demonic qi 3,000 years ago, his whereabouts became unknown. He thought I was dead.
Our ancestor.
Luotian glanced at him, his eyes calm and still. Zhao Wuji said, "You've also had dealings with the demon clan." Luotian's face went deathly pale in an instant.
He's talking nonsense. He's slandering me.
You knew long ago that the seal was weakening, but you did nothing. Not only did you do nothing, you even told Zhao Wuji not to interfere, didn't you? Luotian's face grew paler and paler. The 2 elders behind him quietly took a step back. As the Immortal Alliance chief, you oversee the laws of the 3 realms. A matter as serious as the seal loosening, you neither reported it nor dealt with it, and even helped the demon clan cover it up. Luotian, what punishment do you deserve? Luotian fell to his knees with a thud.
Ancestor, spare my life. I was forced into this. The demon clan threatened me. If I didn't cooperate, they'd kill my whole family.
He sounded sincere, but every word was riddled with holes. A dignified alliance chief of the immortal realm is actually afraid of such a childish threat? It's nothing but selfish motives. He wanted to use the demon clan's power just to satisfy his own selfish desires. How ridiculous. Zhao Wuji has long been colluding with the demon clan. You thought all these years the filthy deeds you've done. No one else would know? Luotian's body stiffened. Luotian collapsed to the ground, trembling all over. The 2 elders behind him dropped to their knees with a thud as well.
Ha 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 ha, ancestor. We didn't know Luotian was colluding with the demon clan. We just came with him to handle business. We know nothing.
We didn't know you were Immortal Alliance elders. The things Luotian did you knew nothing about at all? Failing to report what you know is also a crime. Go back and tell the Immortal Alliance to send a new chief administrator. The 2 elders were speechless. I flicked my hand. His tone carried an authority that broke.
Ancestor, I'm begging you, spare my life.
Spare you? 3,000 years ago, I gave everything I had to seal the demonic qi. You joined forces with Zhao Wuji and colluded with the demon clan. You wanted all my efforts to be in vain. 3,000 years and you've shown no gratitude. You even helped the demon clan undermine me. The countless beings in the 3 realms, what becomes of their lives? Luotian, tell me, why on earth should I spare you? Luotian lay prostrate on the ground, unable to say a single word in his defense.
Ancestor.
As he was being dragged away, he was still muttering,
Ancestor, spare my life.
After dealing with these people, I knew things were not over yet. The seal on the demonic qi. I definitely had to find another way.
Master, about the seal.
I know 3 years is very short,
Then what do we do?
Take me to the sealing grounds.
Master your spiritual power.
I know, but I have to go see it, Xuanji. Shenren hesitated for a moment, then nodded. He waved his hand. The void tore open. We stepped into the rift. When we came out again, we were already standing on a wasteland. Not a blade of grass grows here. The sky was dark red. The ground was full of cracks like cracked skin. In the center of the wasteland, there was a massive sealing array.
It's been 3,000 years. The seal has been weakening. I tried to repair it, but my spiritual power wasn't enough.
The array has already dimmed. Many of the patterns are blurred and unclear like a faded painting. I walked to the front of the sealing array, crouched down, and gently touched those blurred patterns. This is my array. 3,000 years ago, I exhausted my lifetime's spiritual power to carve this sealing array. Every line is etched into my mind. It's not that your spiritual power isn't enough. It's that you don't understand this array. You want the spiritual power seal to become weaker, and the array eye's spiritual power to become stronger. Xuanji Zhenren nodded. Xuanji already understands what I mean. The power from the loosening seal will gather at the array eye. If you can withstand it, it will be converted into your own spiritual power. 3,000 years of accumulation is enough to restore all spiritual power.
Master, it's too dangerous. Your body.
3,000 years ago, I could sacrifice all my spiritual power for the immortal realm. 3,000 years later, I am duty-bound to give my life for it.
Grandmaster, you must think twice.
My body can take it. I've waited for this day, 3,000 years. I look toward the array eye. The light mass there is like a sleeping heart. I know. What belongs to me is finally coming back.
As you command.
Guard me while I cultivate. Violent power surges into my body. My meridians are burning, but he doesn't let go. 3,000 years of humiliation. Today I will take it all back.
Master.
You've waited 3,000 years.
Congratulations, Master, on restoring your spiritual power.
Get up. There's still something to do. The seal won't collapse for now. The real task has only just begun. Nianyao. Dad's back.
Master, you're going to reforge her immortal bone. Your spiritual power has just recovered.
Nianyao, just bear with it. It'll be over soon. Dark gold spiritual power seeps into Nianyao's body. Her immortal bone regenerates inch by inch, 10,000 times stronger than before.
Dad,
Dad's here. Your immortal bone has been reforged. It's 10,000 times better than before. It's all right, Dad's here. No one will dare bully you again. Xuanji looked at the father and daughter. His eyes reddened. It had been 3,000 years. His master had finally returned. Ling Xiao's sect will be temporarily managed by Xuanji. Notify the Immortal Alliance to replace the chief administrator. I want an explanation about Luotian.
Yes, Master.
Nianyao, let's go. Go home.
Farewell, Master. Farewell, Ancestor.
He didn't look back. When he came, he was covered in wounds. When he left, the sun shone for miles. His glory had only just begun.